welcome to my kitchen. My name is Sherry, and today we're going to be making a banana pudding poke cake. So, like a banana pudding on a cloud. I'm excited. But before I get started, let me just say if this is your first time here and you love food, you love fun, you are in the right spot. Hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. One other thing I want to say before I get started is I want to give a shout out to my girl, Melina. She is another YouTube creator. She has a channel. It's called Melina Brock's Cooking. And I'm going to put the link to her channel in the description below. So I want you all to go over to her channel, give her a shout out, and put in the comments that Sherry the Chef sent you. And I love watching her. I love the things that she makes, but most importantly, I love just listening to her talk. I love her accent. She just makes you feel so at home. You feel like you're in the kitchen with her, and she's just so hospitable, and I just love watching her. So I hope you guys will all go check her out. She was also the inspiration for today's recipe. She did a banana nut bread a couple days ago, and I was like, I have some bananas to use, so what can I make that I haven't made before with bananas? And so I settled on the banana poke cake, and then I also did a dirty monkey drink a couple of days ago for Thirsty Thursday, and I'll post the link to that right here. All right, so there's a couple of different steps to this. The first one is super easy. We're just going to use a boxed cake mix. Of course, you can make this yourself. You can make your own cake if you want. But for the sake of simplicity, and I got to thinking this could be another one of those 5-ingredient recipes I talk about, my Fab 5, if we weren't including the oil. And a lot of times I don't. I don't include like the pantry items like salt, pepper, and oil. Everything else I include. So if it weren't for that, you would just need the cake mix, your eggs, your pudding, cake mix, eggs, pudding, whipped cream, vanilla wafers, milk. 6 ingredients. I lied, right? Well, buy a store-bought cake, and then you don't need the eggs or the oil, and then it would be 5 ingredients. All right, so our cake calls for 3 eggs, but I don't know about y'all, but right now eggs are hard to come by, so I'm just putting 2 in there. Our oil, and then our water. So I'm just going to whisk all this together. And now I am doing this in a 9x13 pan. I've got a glass pan here. I don't know whatever happened to my metal cake pans that I had like that, but I was thinking maybe you could do this in a 2-layer. I don't know. It's going to be, I've never done a poke cake in a 2-layer, but I want to. I don't know if it'd fall apart or not. All right, so we're just going to stir this up. All right, that looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into my pan. I don't even think I need my scraper. I think I pretty much got it all. I'm going to give this, get rid of our air bubbles there. Sorry, that's loud. All right, in the oven, 350 degrees for about 25 minutes or until you can insert a toothpick and it comes out clean. Okay, so my cake is all finished. It's been cooling for just a little bit. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and make my pudding. So I've got 2 packages here of the Jello brand banana cream pudding. And I'm just using my blender because I had it out to make some other recipes with, and I'm kind of lazy. So I didn't want to drag out the stand mixer or the hand mixer. I'm just going to throw it in the blender. I didn't tell you guys, this blender washes itself, so why not use it, right? All right, then we need 4 cups of milk, maybe a little bit over since we already put our powder in there. And then I'm just going to turn my blender on. So, of course, you can use your hand mixer or whisk or whatever. I just hand this out. So, all right, it's going to get loud again. Oops, hold on. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to set my pudding aside. And while it's setting up, we'll go ahead and poke some holes in our cake. Now, I know most people use the back of a wooden spoon, and I got out my wooden spoons, and they're not, they're like flat on the ends. This is the best I could find. It's my little mini, like, gnocchi board here. So I'm just going to use this, and they say the trick to getting a really good poke cake is to make your holes really nice and big, so you have something for your pudding to go down into, and that way your cake absorbs it really well. Yeah, this is a gnocchi board. And I have yet to make gnocchi. That's what's really funny. So, I don't know if y'all saw last year, Trader Joe's came out with a chocolate gnocchi, and I have not tried it yet. So, I probably should go get some though, because my plan is, boy, I'm just butchering this cake. My plan is to try to make the chocolate gnocchi. You think if I'm going to make chocolate gnocchi, I would start with the regular stuff before I go trying to make it chocolate. All right. Take my pudding, and we're just going to pour this. Try to get it down in the holes. Smells like bananas in here. Maybe I should have made more holes. I think I'm going to make a few more holes in here. Give me this back. Yeah. Got a lot of pudding still left in there. Oh, here we go, making a mess of the cake again. Maybe I should eat this part. Excuse me, it's kind of plain. Needs the banana pudding. All right. Finish filling up these holes. My pudding's starting to get kind of thick here. I think that is about as good as I'm going to get with this. So I'm just going to take the rest of it and we're going to smooth it out over the top. And then this is going to go in the fridge. We want to leave it in there for probably a couple of hours and let it set up. And then the other thing you want to do while it's in the fridge is grab yourself some graham crackers. So probably about a half a package or so, half a box, however they come. And I'm just going to use my coffee cup and mush them up. Look at my little baby. He's 15 now, but he's so cute. I just want to pinch his little cheeks. Oh, goodness. So I'm going to finish crunching these up. I'm going to put that in the fridge, and then I'll see y'all back in a couple hours. All right, our cake is ready to go. It's been in the fridge for a couple of hours, and the only thing left to do is to top it with the whipped cream and our crushed up vanilla wafers. You can tell I've had this sitting out. Look at all the air bubbles in it. I mean, I'm going to have it sitting out. Sitting out. I just had it out for the last couple of hours. But look at the texture. It changes. It doesn't seem quite as smooth. All those air bubbles. So, one thing I really like about poke cakes is they're just so easy, you know? And you could try this with different flavors instead of just the banana. You could do different flavors of cake. All right, I think that's pretty good. This isn't the prettiest thing, is it? That's all right. It's going to taste good, though. That's all that matters. All right, so now we're just going to top it with some of our vanilla wafer crumbs. Oh, I got some on the floor. And again, this was probably about a half a box I used on the vanilla wafers. And you know, you could add some bananas to this too if you wanted. I have a half of a banana here left over from something else that I think I will maybe take a couple of slices and put it on top when I photograph it. I don't really like to put the bananas in there because if it doesn't all get eaten, I hate when my bananas turn brown. All right, let's finish this off. And of course we have to give it a try, right? I'm just going to take a little bit out of the corner and then I can push some whipped cream back down. You'll know I got in here, right? I just need a tiny bit. Mmm. Mm-mm. My husband's going to love this. He loves banana pudding. That's so light and creamy. It's like it just melts in your mouth. And then you get the little crunch of the vanilla wafers. That is really, really good. And if I'm being honest, my pudding is kind of frozen a little bit. I said to put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Well, sometimes I get really impatient and I put it in the freezer. And then I got busy doing something else. So it wasn't 2 hours, but it was in the freezer instead of it. But it's still good. I like it frozen too, either way. And it's not real frozen. I mean, it still melts in your mouth though. It is really, really good. All right. So, and this is one of those cakes though, it just gets better, with time. So tomorrow it's going to absorb more of that pudding and be even better. Anyway, I hope you guys try this or try it with a different flavor. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.